My name is Bo Rogers. I'm also known as the Money Man, and I am a mortgage broker with Nexa Mortgage. My NMLS number is 620948. We are an equal housing lender. Now that compliance is out of the way, we can talk. So now I am 3 months into being a mortgage broker. Before, I was a banker for 16 years and worked for the big banks and even a regional bank that I worked for, and they were all great jobs. From the time that I was working corporate service and relocation with one bank to where I went retail with another bank, and then I went to a regional bank, which I thought would be smaller and better, and I would have more control, and which I did, but I was still kind of limited in what I could do and what I couldn't do. And that's what I want to talk to today. Is I want to talk to other people that are out there that may need help, or maybe they're looking for something better, because there is a better way to do things. And 3 months in, I'm pretty happy in where I'm at, because I do have more control. I'm running my own business now. I'm spending my business dollars that I actually have towards my own business. And I enjoy that because now I can brand myself. At the last bank that I worked at, they were okay with me branding myself for 5 years. They were okay with me coming on social media like this today and talking to folks and teaching them and making people more educated on their purchases and products that are out there, how things work. I've talked about first-time home buyers. I've talked about how to get rid of MI. I've talked about documentation that's needed, talked about all kinds of good stuff that I could educate my folks that are on social here about, and it was great. But then February of 2024, they really came down on me and said that you can't do this anymore. You can't brand yourself. You can't call yourself the Money Man. You can't do anything on social media, and to go back and erase everything that you've done over the past 3 months that is Money Man associated. So what I did is I wanted something different, and I knew that I couldn't advertise myself and bring in business without social media, and to where I would have to just depend on that bank's brand for my business. Well, the matter of the fact is their branding wasn't that great. Nobody paid attention to them, and you were still limited to just bank products and bank procedures and bank overlays, versus being able to come out on your own and be a broker and do your own thing, not have the overlays and not have the, hey, you can't brand yourself. This has been wonderful. It really has. Now, did I have to study real hard to get here? You do. Here, let me show you real quick. I'm going to come over and grab this because my goal today is not to just brag and boast about me or anything like that. What I want to do is, I know for a fact that there are good people out there that are working for a bank. They're working for a bank. They're branding the bank. They're not able to do some of the stuff that I can do, which is amazing. Now, are a lot of people out there scared to study and take the Safe Act test? Yes, because when you work for the bank, you don't have to take a Safe Act test. Like, look at this book. This book's huge. So this is the book to study for the Safe Act test. And I read it over and over and over, and I took notes. I took quizzes over and over and over. Is it harder to be a broker or a banker? Banks are easy. Like, you take these quizzes that keep you up to date, and that's all you really do. To be a broker, you actually have to pass a test to become a broker, to where you truly know rules and regulations. And there's a ton of regulations that you have to know, and it has to come off the top of your head, bam, bam, bam. And also with the bank, you're limited in what you can do, who you can work with. I mean, it's such a limitation. It's almost like not having to wear orange anymore because you're out of prison. I mean, I hate to put it that way, because I mean, the bank is a great model if you're new, if you're brand new to the industry and maybe you're not an extrovert and maybe you're an introvert, to where you're going to rely on the bank to send you business, it may be a good start for you. And it's also a great place to start to learn the rules and regulations. The bank is excellent for that because they're going to teach you and slap your hands a million times. And when you make mistakes on loans, it's okay because the bank's going to send you another one. To where if you make a mistake on a loan in a broker world, well, that realtor is never going to use you again, and you're going to have to go out and get your own business. So you do have to be an extrovert a little bit to be a broker, for sure. You can't not have personality and be able to have people come in and to influence people. You have to be able to do that. So I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit the difference between a bank and a broker so that you truly understand. We've already kind of done one. As a broker, you're branding yourself. So one of the first things that I did after getting my broker's license is I went out and got a DBA saying I am the money man and I'm doing business as the money man, so that they can't tell you that you can't brand the money man. So I am officially the money man. I've got the piece of paper in there. I went ahead and framed it because I was that irked at the bank for not letting me brand myself, to where I went out, got my DBA that says I'm the money man. Now I'm the money man. And the money man came about because I needed to brand myself. Even though I worked for a regional bank, the amount of business that I got was really meager. It was a little. Like, I think I ended up with like 9 loans a year from the bank, and the bank pay is not near the broker pay. So it's not even half. So I make more than double now than I did at the bank. And with the extra money, it's advertising money that I get to use how I spend it, to where if I want to spend it on a realtor, to do joint ventures, I can do that. To where when I worked for the bank, you couldn't do that because they didn't give you extra money. Matter of fact, the regional bank that I worked for said that they would pay for things that they never paid for. Like when I would need little devices, say for instance, like this microphone that's like, I don't know, $10. They say they would pay for it, but they never would pay for it. Or if I needed to do a presentation and needed something to where I could get the AVI stuff to work, they wouldn't pay for it. They said they would, but they didn't. Also, they said that they would pay for networking groups that they didn't pay for. And that's a cost to me of like $750 a year for one of my networking groups. And I never got reimbursed for it because they kept reneging on the money that they would let you spend. But here's the difference between a mortgage banker and a mortgage broker. A banker works directly for the lender or for the bank. They only have a few flavors. So let's say at the bank, you could do a conventional loan, you could do an FHA loan, a VA loan, and they had a few internal programs. Like the one regional bank I worked for had a good doctor's program, but guess what? Other people have the same doctor's program, to where you can broker it out. So it's really not that special. So if somebody calls you and says, hey, this is special, this is just for us, it's in-house. That part's true, but can other people do the same thing and broker it out? Yes, they can. So that's the difference. Being a broker, I have the availability to go to up to 160 different investors. It's just not one investor, to where if, for instance, somebody doesn't like something, you can switch it to another investor that may like it, may not like it, and if that investor doesn't like it, you go to another and another. So you're solving problems. You're not just like, no. It's so awful to tell somebody no, and then you have to send them to your friend that's a broker. And when you're a banker and you're having to send that lead to a friend, it's good because you're helping out your friend, but at the same time, it hurts because you've invested time and money into that customer, because time is money, right? Like 100%. And when you have to send that out because you can't do it, it's horrible. And so lot loans, land loan, construction loans, like I never could do that before. Hard money loans, couldn't do it before. Reverse mortgage, I had to send that out. because I couldn't originate it being a banker, because it's not in the bank's best interest, I guess, to originate that to where I'd have to send to a broker friend. And there's a lot of good mortgage bankers out there. There really are, but they're really tied up and limited to what they can do to the bank's policies and procedures and to what the bank has to offer, to where if you're on the broker side, the possibilities are endless. Like, I haven't had a loan yet that I couldn't do or had to send to somebody else because I can broker it out. And so these are the main differences. Like, the bank has a few flavors of ice cream. The brokership is Baskin Robbins, and it has a lot of different flavors you can choose from. And you're not tied to just one thing. You're not a one-trick pony. I was kind of comparing it also to like sports, right? Like, Alexander Ovechkin, hockey player, just scored more goals than Wayne Gretzky. And Wayne Gretzky's the great one, right? Like, the greatest ever. But when you look at the stats, like, Alexander Ovechkin's more of a one-trick pony. He can score a lot of goals. Wayne Gretzky scored a lot of goals, had a lot of assists, and his plus-minus was way better. So that's kind of how I want to look at it too. Being a mortgage banker is like being Alexander Ovechkin, to where being a mortgage broker is more like being Wayne Gretzky, or another term would be like, say, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan in basketball terms. It's the same thing. Like, the greatest, it is the greatest. So, other differences. So, mortgage bankers can only offer what the lender's products are. That's true. We already went over that. Handles everything in-house, originating, processing, underwriting, and sometimes even servicing is what a bank does. As a mortgage broker, you know, you can hand it off to a lot of different people because you're brokering it out through the relationships that you've made. Say, for instance, like hard money loans. I've never done one, but do I have contact to an account executive that has? Absolutely. I'm not tied to just one trick. I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do a number of different things. And the mortgage broker world, like, you can pivot a lot of different directions. It's unbelievable. So I will go over the plus minuses of, you know, is being a broker better? Yes. The options that you have several different options. Usually you're going to have better pricing. And I have found that, because I'll pull up like the bank's rate compared to our rate. I'll look at it, and a lot of times, you know, you have the availability to change pricing at will. You don't have to, when you work for a bank, you have to ask your lending manager, can I do this deal? Like, you have to ask, because you may need a price exception to match the broker you're going against. And a lot of times that's really deep cuts. And at some point it's just a flat no, you can't match it. As a mortgage broker, you get to make that decision. Like, is this a deal that you truly want to do? Or is it worth your time? Or, you know, it's your business. You run it, so you can do what you want to do. The clients always come first. I mean, that's obvious. Clients are always first. And 150 different lenders, no overlays. You can find a home for nearly any loan that you want to do. Your pipeline, you own it. And that's super important. Your pipeline, you own it. Because at the bank, you don't own your pipeline. These aren't your clients. These are bank clients. And you didn't brand yourself to them. It's strictly to the bank. I wanted to go also over just kind of the difference between different brokerages, because there is a difference between different brokerages as well. And I chose Nexa because it truly is your own business. So I did take this and put it out there just to see the difference between Nexa and another broker that is really popular in Flower Mound and in Highland Village in my specific area. So if you want to know who the broker I'm comparing against is, you can definitely message me and ask me who I'm talking about, and I'll tell you. But I don't think it's good to bash anybody ever. That's why we're not giving names today, or I'd be happy to tell you just person to person. So anyway, so the difference between Nexa Mortgage and the broker that I'm talking about that is so popular in town, and all the realtors, like I went through the numbers last night, like all the realtors are using this particular broker shop, and it's crazy, and I don't understand why. I'm trying to figure that out as I go. But at Nexa, you're a true broker. You have full access to 150 different lenders, plus it could be more than 150. I think it actually is, and we're growing. Nexa is definitely growing. So the other broker that I'm talking about operates more like a retail lender, more so than a broker. And the lender options at Nexa fixed comp. You can only make so much. They're not going to pay you full comp, which is really sad for the broker that's out there doing it. And they're putting their heart into this company. But at the same time, I do want to come back and say that a lot of broker shops will offer you things, like they may pay for your CRM, they may pay for maybe some marketing materials, and they may try to educate you. So let's say you made the step, because it is a hard step from the mortgage banker world to where everything's given to you, to the broker world to where you're having to earn business. But if you go to work for like the hybrid in between mortgage and broker world, you're still a broker, but you're still relying on that broker shop to help brand them. But at the same time, they give you limited pay. Like they are making a little bit off of everything that you're doing. They may make, they make 12%, 24%. Sometimes it's more than 50%. Like I am stunned at the good people that I know that work for another lender that are allowing the company to take their earned commission, and for what? I don't know. Like make full commission and be able to brand yourself and spend your dollars where you want to spend them would be my suggestion.
Do me a favor, tell me one thing that another mortgage company is better at than Nexa Mortgage. One, right? And by the way, I'm going to challenge you all for some other things that they're better at, but I just got schooled. There is one thing that other mortgage companies are better than Nexa Mortgage at. Do you know what it is? Wait for it. They pay middle management better. No shit. We don't have middle management. We give all the money to the loan officer. So I got schooled up.
But going back and forth between these two, so I wanted to talk about the structure of it and guidelines within guidelines and things like that. The cool thing about Nexa is there's multiple models. There's internal, hybrid, and own your own team. I'm totally independent. I'm not on a team. Do I have a mentor that I talk to and other people that I talk to within Nexa? Absolutely, but I'm not part of a team. I'm my own business. This is awesome because I can do things my way and they do things their way. But at the same time, we can collaborate on how to make things work and how, you do have support that's out there. With the processing, with Nexa, you can have your own processor. And I was lucky enough that my mentor introduced me to a great processor who used to be an underwriter that is all knowledgeable. Ilya, I know you're out there. You'll see this at some point. Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't get a big head because we still have work. But my processor is awesome. So you can actually find your own processor. You get to interview your own processor. It's super important to have a good processor. You're only as good as the people around you. I've always said that. And my processor, awesome. Yeah, I'm not leaving you. And when you go to the other broker that I'm referring to, like they're going to assign you an in-house processor. and you may share that processor with other people, whatnot. You don't get to choose. They're assigned to you. And this is important. So file ownership, 100% of your clients is your business. To where if you're at another company or another broker, when you leave, that's not your customer. That is that broker's customer. And they lay it out and you sign a form saying, this is our customer, not yours. At Nexa, your customer is actually your customer. So, I mean, that's the way it should be, right? Like if I left here, I didn't sign anything saying that I can't take my customers with me. So you might think about that if you're going to another broker. Tech tools. So this is cool. When you're at Nexa, I got to choose what CRM I wanted. I get to choose what products I want to buy into. You get to choose whatever you want. It's your marketing dollars. Like they put a certain amount of funds. It's actually, let me think about this. Right now, I'm getting 55 basis points off of every loan that I do to put into a growth ledger to where I can buy educational tools, my CRM, if I want to buy certain products to look things up, whatever you want. It's your money to spend. Business cards, I bought in closing gifts. I bought a drone because of the open house videos I do. And this is all part of my growth ledger that I can use to buy what I want to buy, to market how I want to market. Shirts. Oh, I bought shirts. Thank you, Kenny Rendon. He was just trying to call me. I'm sorry, Kenny, him in a Facebook Live. But market how you want to market. You control your own business. As far as overlays, there is no overlays with Nexa Mortgage. You don't have any overlays. You go straight to the investor guidelines. And if you don't like that investor, guess what? There's 150 plus of them. You can go to another. So the certain other broker shop that I'm talking about has company overlays that can block certain loans. So you're limited to what you can do. The culture at Nexa is broker first, community driven by LO focus. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means they have no middle management. So when you're working for a place or a broker shop or a bank, they have middle management. And guess who's getting paid? Middle management's getting paid off of everything that you do. These are some of the small differences that I want to talk about. If you're a really good banker that's out there that's ready to explore the broker side, like you're tired of getting paid really, really small basis points and a really, really small salary, and you can produce on your own, like your clients love you, you have realtors that love you. Once you come to the broker side, you're going to gain that, plus you're going to gain so much more. And owning your own business and being a business owner and spending the money how you see fit versus how they see fit is amazing. It truly is amazing. I mean, it's almost like the difference between communism and capitalism. Communists, you could work really, really hard, but you're only going to make this amount of money. To where you're a capitalist, you can go, it's the American way, right? So if you're out there and you're a mortgage banker or you're a broker already that wants to make a change, if you want to come to Nexa, or at least you're curious about it, reach out to me. My name's Bo Rogers. I'm also known as the Money Man because I have the DBA that says I can be the Money Man. My phone number is right here. I can't do it on the live feed, but when I go back, I'm going to put my phone number right here. It's 214-507-2264. Hope everybody has a fantastic Friday, and we'll see you soon. Yeah. Or if you need help studying, I can help. I'm here for you.